Good afternoon, everyone. We are so excited to be here with you for the Aging Experts. We have an amazing guest with us today. And those of y'all who watch the Thoughtful Thursday show will know Adam. You might not recognize him, but you will know him. He is in the middle of transforming his life. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that today. But first of all, let me introduce my wonderful co-host, Miss Barbara Ellison. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Aging Experts. Yeah, you know what? It's never too late to start over or to start again or to start something new. And that's what this show is all about. Don't ever let anyone tell you that you are too old, too whatever, to start over, to start something new. And Adam is here to tell you how he did it.
Okay.
So, Adam, how are you doing today?
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for having me back. I don't know how many thousands of miles or kilometers I've traveled to get here. But oh my goodness, so many changes since I was first on with you. I'm so happy to be back.
Well, we're glad
We
to
are
have
happy
you.
to
We're
have
happy
you.
to have you. And you know, nobody knows when the second half of their life is going to start. I mean, you know, we're supposed to have 120 years. That's what we're promised in the Bible. But if you don't take good care of the
vessel,
your earth suit, who knows how long you'll be here on the earth in your suit. So, Adam, tell us a little bit about where you came from, what happened to you that put you in that situation, and what you're doing now.
Well, I'll let you know, sometimes how well you take care of your earth suit doesn't matter when outside influences can end your life immediately. So every day I wake up, I'm blessed. I'm breathing, I'm blessed. And I was at the peak of health a few years ago, really happy with how I was committed to myself and nutrition and health and all those practices. And then all of a sudden, somebody who is not committed to my health, bam, crashed right into my car, and my whole world changed immediately. My particular COVID experience was way different than anybody else's. I'm not saying it's any better, it's any worse. It was just different. It gave me a chance to stop because it shut me down totally. I could hardly walk. I couldn't take care of myself. I had a wonderful, glorious woman take me and nurse me back to health. And ever since, I've been able to move again, committed to myself. I found my freedom, my spiritual freedom, my emotional freedom, and most of all, I understand free will now more than ever before.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, and that's something that you have never disclosed on our shows about the wreck and about the damage it did to your body. What are you doing on the second half?
Oh my goodness. So the first half got me back in the game. That was so now I can move. I use pickleball. It's a paddle sport. I use pickleball for rehabilitation. I used a company line of nutritionals from Zalevo that helped me get back together. I'd say the one ingredient that helped me the most, because I had so much damage to my ligaments, my tendons, my cartilage, was the collagen protein. And when you make a commitment to yourself, sometimes it's really hard to follow through. When you make a commitment to others, it makes it a lot easier. And what I found out was not fulfilling my commitment was like kicking the people who really believed in me in the teeth. And I didn't want to do that. So I put together a routine, and I did my routine, and I day after day after day after day. And it's hard to do that when you don't see progress. Luckily, though, I got to the point where I start to see progress. Now I can move. Now I'm elevating my game. And as a matter of fact, I escaped. I took my full freedom. I took my full liberation. And I've been on the road for 13 weeks now. I've been through Canada, Florida, Las Vegas, just had a 4-day excursion in Texas, and now I'm situated in Colorado, launching the next phase of my life.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
It is possible. That's what we started out the show with. It's never too late. Obviously, Adam is not in his 20s. So, people, you can do it. Just making the commitment and being open to hearing about the opportunity and making the decision and choice.
Yes.
Adam had a choice after his wreck to lay down and die. Literally, Adam.
Literally.
Right?
I actually made that choice a couple times.
Well, we're glad
I didn't like the choice. I didn't like the results. I made that choice. I gave up. It was, I couldn't see where it was worthwhile. And then I saw where it was worthwhile. Once it was worthwhile, that sparked everything and lit me up again. So if you're out there, if you're watching this, you don't have a something to go for, a something to be a part of, call Carol, call Barbara. They'll help you find a something.
Yes.
Having that
Just
something,
like
having that why.
Yeah.
Yeah. I found something, and excuse me, it's glorious. It's just glorious to have a drive in life. And when you have that drive, everything just gets easier. You go from, I use 2 words. You go from force to flow. From force to flow. I had to go through force to try to do push-ups. Before the accident, it's hard for me to say accident, but before that crash, I could do 52 push-ups because I was 52 years old. I make a point of it. I can't do 52 push-ups right now. I got to a point where I couldn't do 5. But every day I added one. I forced it. Now I can do 20 without an issue. Just bam, 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 bam. Easy. I put these nutritional products in my body. Do you know how many times a day I have to do that to stay on track with my nutritional regimen? 10 times a day. From when I get up to when I go to bed. 10 times a day. Now, if you're not perfect on that, you don't get all the results. So that's 70 times a week I'm doing something for my body nutritionally. That was hard.
I have a question for you. If you miss, do you fall all the way back down, or do you just not progress?
Yeah, it's just a little bit of an incomplete picture. So if it's 70 times a week and you're at 64 or 65, you're probably doing pretty good. If you're at 50,
I saw a meme today, and it was this picture, and this woman says, why is it that 8 glasses of water a day is impossible, but 8 glasses of wine with 1 meal, no big deal. And think about it. It's how you think about it.
It's choice.
It's
choice.
So, and just to make it clear, you don't have to do 70. He's in recovery. Some people will do 1 or 2 things. Some people, like Barbara, put 3 things in 1 drink.
I do.
Yeah, and get it all.
I'm drinking it as we speak.
So it's not that we're telling everybody they should do 70 things every day. Or is that
every week?
It's only 10 things a day. Okay. Yeah. Right. And when your commitment's full on and you're in flow, 10 things are easy.
Yes. And
when it's new,
and almost all of us are in recovery when we first find this amazing scientifically based product.
Yeah. When you're in flow, it's easy.
Right.
It's easy. When you're at the beginning, it's new. and the one thing that's new is my perspective. I just changed the way I look at things. And every time you change the way you look at things, what you see changes. The three of
Right.
us, we could go to a movie and see it differently.
Right.
Even though we're in the same theater at the same time. Same thing with life. As a matter of fact, here's what I learned. I'd love to share this with you. Barbara's touching on it so closely. It's free will.
Right.
We have free will. But the only thing that free will is we get to decide what anything in this life means to us.
Right.
And if you're maturing, if you're in that second half of life, it better mean something different than when you were a kid or when you were in your 20s. And now, so much gratitude, so much appreciation, and not taking things for granted anymore makes 10 times a day a breeze. Matter of fact, it's so easy. I used to keep everything in one spot, but I found out I'm taking something when I get up, I put it next to my bed. I'm taking something before I exercise, I put it by my exercise equipment, and I spread it to where my life is. And I'm so happy that I've done it, because it just made all the difference in the world.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
It's changed both of our lives.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I know both of y'all have heard this, but I was an only child, and I was this little skinny thing. I kind of looked like an Ethiopian refugee. And back then, the merry-go-rounds were these big, metal, heavy things. And, you know, I didn't have brothers and sisters to help me get one going because I played by myself a lot. And so I would have to take it and start walking and walking it around, getting it moving. And then I would run, and then I'd be really running, and then I'd have to hop on because it was running me. And then after you get it going, you can just take your foot and do it like that every now and then, and you still go. As you add more friends to the merry-go-round, everybody's doing this now and then, and you can kind of ride. And that's the beauty of starting something and being diligent to keep it going and to move it on. So that's one of the things that, you know, when he says it's hard in the beginning, well, yeah, it was kind of hard moving that merry-go-round, but I knew the fun on the other end would totally outweigh the effort.
Right. You know, and it's that's true of anything you start. It's like learning a new language. Oh, brother. Right now I'm trying to, and I'm not doing a very good job of it, of trying to learn how to speak Spanish. And it's like, oh, brother. And then, of course, all the doubts set in that, gee, am I ever going to be able to do this? But you know what? I truly believe that with consistency, and then that becomes my choice. Am I going to choose to be consistent with it?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can do anything with consistency. It's just deciding and then committing.
And you can do good things with consistency, or you can do bad things with consistency.
Exactly. And you can end up with the regrets of not doing. Mm-hmm. You know,
the word that Carol didn't use in the merry-go-round was momentum. Right. And once you get things moving, you have momentum. Porque es muy importante que hablas en español cuando vivo en Miami. So It's really important to be able to speak Spanish if you live in Miami. So you have a consistency, you have a commitment. Those are the two C's. The one C I'd like to add in is clarity. Why do you want that? Absolutely why? Because for me, I'm living life on a grand scale. I'm traveling, I'm playing, I'm meeting new people. I need to be healthy and strong.
Beautiful place right now. I see the pictures all the time.
Yeah.
I'm on the foot of the mountains over here. Somebody who is close to me, who sees me and what I'm doing, is off in Australia. Hi, Rhonda. And Rhonda is taking her mom to Australia. And they've decided that I can handle that dog, 167 pounds. And we got somebody coming in to walk him. There's no idea I'm on a live broadcast. And so she's just going to go have fun with the dog. And being able to be live and vibrant to do that
Yeah.
is such a gift, such a gift. And I wasn't there 2 years ago. For me, it's a whole take two. It's a whole brand new life. And it started with that clarity. It's with that commitment. And the one C I have running now is the consistency. It's an everyday thing for me.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, and that's
exactly.
probably a little easier not being on the road, going from pickleball tournament to pickleball tournament to pickleball tournament and trying to do all the other things you do in addition to that. Being kind of settled in right there in the mountain or the foot of the mountains. I mean, I've never seen a picture of him before that he posted. And he has this picture of the fireplace and his feet and a mug of cocoa or whatever. And he's like chilling out in the mountains. And I'm like, oh, that looks so cool. And not snowed in. Okay, for those of y'all around the world with feet of snow, it's just a little, just enough to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I am traveling around and around and around, but to have 3 weeks of stationariness is great. I'm catching up on all my work. I read a book from an author who I met in person on my journey. So I actually got to finish the book. Drank some delicious tea. They have mushroom tea up here. Have you ever had mushroom tea?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's mushroom tea. It's not made from leaves. It's made from mushrooms. And I just sat, relaxed, and read the book by the fireplace. It was glorious. I haven't done anything like that in 4 months now.
Cool. So give us just a brief synopsis of what you're up to now to bring people up to speed, because I know there's some things that we're involved in, things that you're involved in. Give us a little rundown. Maybe somebody wants to participate. They
Cool.
may want
So
to start
for
their
me,
second half of life.
Right. Live your second half of life. Take all that knowledge that you learned, all the wisdom you have, and apply it. For me, turning my early 50s weren't like this. After the crash, having to rebuild myself up, now I have embraced my 50s. On a daily basis, I do this product called Zalevo, and the cool thing about it is they put out a program now called Transform. So for the next 8 weeks, I'm transforming my life. That's one of the bases. The other one, which is right here, is my Faster Class TV. I have a 2-minute television program where I bring on experts from around the world to give a taste of what they do. Kind of like if you go to Costco and you see somebody there with a product you've never heard of before, you can taste it. If you like it, you'll buy it. I put my clients on TV. If the audience likes them, they hire them. If they don't like them, they don't hire them. It's really simple. Pickleball is going through the roof. Tomorrow, I launch my pickleball card project. And do you guys know what baseball cards are?
Yeah.
These are like baseball cards, but pickleball. And once I'm done here, I'm jetting around the country again to pickleball tournaments. And the one feather in my cap, being a parent, being a father, in May 2nd, I'll be in Gainesville, Florida to watch my daughter receive her white coat. Now, you don't get to watch your children become a doctor in the first half of your life. That is second half stuff. So it's all building around that. I'm bringing my mom. I'm bringing my other mom. Everybody's going to be in Florida for this launch. And when I get there, it's just at the end of the Transform program. So I'll be in peak shape, joy, happy. And that's what I'm doing. The TV show, the pickleball, and the Transform project.
Well, and let me say a couple of little things. Now, number one, people on here may not know what pickleball is, because I didn't until you brought it up. But pickleball is the fastest growing sport in North America. And I'm assuming it's probably hitting around the world about now. I don't know, but I would assume so. So many people.
So I want to talk on both sides of that.
Okay.
Or
let
go
me
ahead
say
if you're not
people
finished.
in our age bracket are embracing pickleball like nothing else. It's a combination of tennis and table tennis, right? Okay. So that's I want to say about that. You go
Yeah.
ahead and then I'll say the other thing.
So it's not just the fastest growing participatory sport in North America where people in our generation can play because there's no running. Okay, there's no running, but you need to be healthy. I've been on the court with people who can't move, and they're there so that they can move better. So whatever it is, when you step on the court for pickleball the first time, it's going to be the worst you'll ever be. But once you play it, and it's a commitment, but once you play it as many times as you are old, so if you're 70, once you play it 70 times, you'll master it. It's that simple. And then you can play it thousands of times after that. The other thing for those of us in the second half of life who like to put our money to good work, pickle is one of the fastest growing industries in America with $8.6 billion being spent on most of that money's on real estate, converting golf country clubs, tennis courts into pickleball courts, huge facilities, restaurant pickleball combinations, it's growing like crazy. And in 3 weeks, I'll be in Oklahoma City where they have a draft, a combine and a draft for a brand new, get this, professional pickleball league for people over 50.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's pickleball. It's, you can Google it. And you can see everything about pickleball, or you go to Faster Class TV and you could see our pickleball channel.
Wonderful. Okay. The other thing I wanted to bring up is the Transform Challenge, and all three of us are doing that. It transform you in 8 weeks is all that it is. Now, you transform, and part of that's mentally into not looking at, okay, in 8 weeks I can go out and eat Sundays every day and burgers and all this bad stuff and just go crazy. It's transforming spirit, soul, and body. It's all of you to help you to realize where you're, do you have any pitfalls in your health regimen? And so it will help you with that. Plus, we have a couple of secret ingredients that no one else has in their challenges. So join us. You can go and register up till the 14th of March. I will drop that registration page in the chat, and it is great. It's going to be so much fun.
I'm so looking forward to it.
Yes. They were supposed to start March 1st. They put it off till the 15th due to popular demand, or to the 14th due to popular demand. So so many of us, well, Adam is one, he's going, well, I didn't know about it until I didn't promote it because he was on the road busy, and now he can tell his friends about it. So
I got in just in time for the first deadline, and I got to tell you, I'm so happy that it's been extended because, so first of all, I get a 2-week head start because I'm not putting myself, I'm in. The one word I'd love to share with everybody, what the transformation is about to me, is liberation. And liberating yourself from yourself. We have these things inside of us called habits. And people think that habits are what we do over and over again. And I will promise you that's just an illusion. The habit isn't what you do over and over again. It's what you think over and over again. Okay. And here's why. If you change what you think, that habit just goes away. There's no stress. There's no, as we said at the beginning, there's no force needed. In order to change what you think, you must change what you believe. And that's what transform is for me. You get to change what you believe. Barbara said at the beginning, it's not too late. So if you're sitting here watching this and you go, well, it's too late for me. I can't go and play pickleball. I can't do this. Well, if you change it and go, oh my goodness, this is the perfect time for me to start playing pickleball, and that was your new belief, then all of your actions surrounding it would change, and that would change your habits, and that would change your outcome. And
Right.
so my transformation is liberation from myself, from all the beliefs that society and my parents and my coaches, everybody from the past put into me. Now I get to release those and create whatever I want to believe. That's free will. That's liberation. And I'm so happy to share that with you guys.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you so much. We're so excited to have
Adam.
you on again. Barbara, did you have any last words?
No, I don't think I can add anything to what Adam just said.
That's what I was
It
thinking.
is absolutely liberating to have the path. So often we get caught up in, oh, I don't know how to do that. Well, guess what? You now have the path to run on.
Yes.
This is a track. Yeah. And the only thing that you have to decide is, are you going to get on the track?
Yes. Yes.
That's up to you.
Join us with this Transform
Join us.
Challenge. Watch Faster Class TV. Check out pickleball in your area. And if you can't find something, reach out. We'll try to find you somewhere. I mean, it's all over. I live 45 miles in the middle of nowhere. So haven't found anything real close, but there are some close, semi-close. So anyway, thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate your coming. Be sure to like, click, share, tell your friends about us, ring the little bell, just all those things depending on where you're watching us. So talk to you later. Bye.
Have a